blow your head off. They want to hide now. Let's see if we can handle this grenade. Well, look out. Damn! Oh. Who did that? Behind you. Kill them. Damn campers.
It's a camper.
Lazy creeps that hide behind stuff, don't engage, wait on you to run by and shoot you in the back. They're all pieces of crap.
In New York City, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. These are their stories.
Hey guys, welcome to Munch My Benson. It's been a minute, hasn't it, Josh?
It sure has.
Well, we've all gone our separate ways. I've been sitting in my underwear in this room, which is new to you munchies, mostly playing Amazon what is it called? Amazon Warriors, Protector of the Rainforest. Yeah. That's what I've been up to mostly. What about yourself, Josh? What have you been up to over the last 10 and a half months?
I've traveled some.
By my count, you've been to Thunder Bay twice, right?
No, I've been to Thunder Bay once. I've been to Sudbury. I've been to Canada multiple times, but
nice.
Thunder Bay just the one time.
Yeah, I've been to Cape May, New Jersey. I've been to Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Those were both nice places.
Pagosa Springs is like southwest?
Yeah, southwest.
Okay.
It's like due east of Cortez.
Okay.
It is close to New Mexico.
Yeah.
So it's about 3 hours from here, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, they have hot springs there. It's nice. It was snowing on us while we were sitting in natural hot springs.
That's cool.
Yeah. I had another kid.
Yeah. There's a new member of the Munch My Benson family, David Schwitters.
Yeah, that's right. He can almost walk now.
Yeah. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. Adam and Megan must be huge Friends fans, but that's where you'd be getting ahead of yourselves because they love the pallbearer.
I'm glad you wrote down David Schwimmer content. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so we got some business to take care of. First off, want to thank the slew of new munchies for figuring out a workaround to still sign up for the Patreon as free members and then upgrade their membership from there to be able to access the back catalog.
Nice.
So, thank you to Caitlin B., Lauren A., Jonica H.S., Giselle V., Ronnie C., Nuron B., Aaron M., Florina C., Melissa H., and Olivia. Although I assume it's not Olivia Benson.
Maybe.
But y'all are the best. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for joining together in this trying time. I know we're all really concerned about how Jair Bolsonaro is going to survive in prison for the next 30 years. He just got convicted today. So
evergreen content, guy. Adam.
But fuck that guy. That's a country that's doing it right, you know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Paging Merrick Garland. Where were you for 4 years?
We don't have Lula.
Nah, not yet.
Nope.
Not yet.
Now, I'm sure that Adam was too busy to hear any of this, but during the last 10 months, I had a lot of people reach out and tell me they missed the show. And we're looking forward to us coming back.
That's nice.
We've actually, in the last 3 days, had people on Reddit and Spotify commenting, like, when are you guys coming back?
Huh. Funny that happened, because for some unknown reason, Munch My Benson broke containment.
It sure did.
A-list stars.
I just talked about this on Unkind Rewind that dropped the Q's and T's with KT Baldessaro.
Yeah.
So I did talk about this on there too, but it's obviously more germane to this discussion.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Very weird. Was not expecting when you said, Adam, you need to watch this Who Wants to Be a Millionaire segment. I was not expecting Jimmy Kimmel to reference our show in a question.
No.
Nor for Mike Birbiglia to say the name of our show like 6 times while he was
thinking that Munch My Benson was a
answer.
character's name. Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Mm-hmm.
I had been tipped off by a buddy of mine who works on the show, but did not write the clue.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have access to where he sort of recorded who wrote what clues, but he thinks it was someone from New York who he doesn't know, so I don't know how it made it on the show at all.
Amazing.
If you wrote that clue and are listening to this episode, we'd like to thank you.
Yeah, cheers. That's fantastic stuff. And if you were an intern who was just Googling Law & Order SVU podcasts and you came across the name of our show and it made you chuckle, then thank you as well, because that's beautiful.
Cheers.
Because that's why we do this, guys. That's why we do this. To make you chuckle at the name of our show.
Yes. And the episode names.
Yeah, 100%.
That was, of course, the week that I dropped the... He was wearing a beige turtleneck, so it made him look like a human penis.
Oh, that's a good one. Megan was contemplating watching Ace Ventura a week or two ago, something like that. And I, of course, was thinking about Ace Ventura level transphobia.
Sure.
As one does.
But yeah, obviously we were... You know what? I'll just drop the audio in right here so everyone can hear what happened.
Named after two of the show's most iconic characters, Munch My Benson is a podcast devoted to what long-running series? Grey's Anatomy, Law & Order SVU, 911, NCIS.
No. Okay.
Do you watch any of those shows?
I do not. I watched Anatomy of Lies, which is a docuseries on Grey's Anatomy, but I don't remember.
So I doubt it's that. I've seen Grey's Anatomy. I don't think there's a Munch My Benson character.
Okay, or a Benson, right?
Yeah, I
Some
don't
kind
think
of
so.
Benson?
911, I've never heard of that show.
Oh, yeah. No, I
don't know. I'm not familiar with that show.
I know Reno 911.
It's not Reno 911.
Yeah.
We know that.
Okay.
So
Just
I would
another
I would go with Law and Order or NCIS, but I do not know. So I think we would have to ask the audience. Or ask Jimmy, because Jimmy would know, because he knows he has all these guests on his show.
Right.
So he knows the shows.
That's
so he knows
true.
Munch My Benson.
Right,
Come on.
But do we
You know Munch My Benson, right?
right? Do we want to save him for like a sport question?
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
not
No, it's
athletic
true.
people.
Right. So let's go to the audience.
Okay, we're going to go with the audience.
You want to ask the audience, okay?
Yes, please.
Audience, Mike and Oscar need your help. On your keypads, vote now.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Overwhelmingly,
Okay.
Law and Order SVU.
67% of the audience says Law and Order SVU.
I think we're going to
We trust the
in
people.
the people. We trust in the people, and we thank you. And we're
Which
going
is not always
not always the case. We're looking at
We don't
you. We
always
can
trust
see
the
you.
people. Yeah.
We have good eyes on you. You look beautiful. You look intelligent.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
Law and
today-
Order SVU, B, final answer.
Your final answer is absolutely correct. It's Detective John Munch.
Yes, thank you. Thank
And
you
Olivia
to the
Benson.
people. Thank you. Thank you.
You got it. Now, wait a minute. You guys are comedians. You don't work the whole day long, and you've never seen reruns of Law and Order?
We mostly know facts about ourselves.
I know about pizza and sleepwalking. Those are my areas of expertise.
Yeah, mine is some TikTok trends and Japan, but I lived there until I was 8.
All right, well,
So-
hopefully some of that will come up as we move on.
Yeah.
But yes, for 3 minutes, they talked about this podcast on broadcast network
Jimmy
television in
A-list
prime time.
stars. Yeah.
So weird.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yes.
If you ever want to come on the show,
Yeah.
you're welcome to.
I was shocked that they had not seen SVU. Like, Birbiglia is a touring comic. You can't tell me that he's never been stuck in a fucking hotel.
Yeah, but Birbiglia's like,
It's been on for 27 years, Adam.
but he's not a put on the TV in the hotel room guy, I have a feeling. You know, he's like a read a book guy, something else, or is watching a movie or something, you know?
He's finished his book. He's finished his book before. Like, this is preposterous. Anyway.
I've been very close to Mike Birbiglia. I've been as close to Mike Birbiglia as I am to my computer screen right now, because I saw him at the Comedy Cellar and I was in the first row. And that place is very small.
Yeah.
So they pack your ass in there. He was great. He was very funny.
Also, it sounds like we might be interviewing author Neil E. Fisher, who has a new book, Law & Order SVU Confidential, that's set to hit shelves on October 14th. Adam and I are supposed to get review copies.
I'm excited about that. Yeah.
It's not fully set up, but it looks like that's probably going to happen, and I would assume that by the time this episode drops, that'll be in the
works, maybe.
Yeah, in the works. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to start reading quickly, hopefully.
Okay, so the first 2 episodes of season 3 of the Unkind Rewind featured Gabe Joyner from SVU Pod, Especially Heinous. We talked about Green Tomatoes with her. Yeah. Season 3, we're like, well, by the time this drops, we'll be almost done with the season. But
nice.
Yeah, it's been fun. Season 3's been great. Season 2 was great, too.
Yeah, have you started reaching out for season 4 guests yet? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Exciting.
Yeah, we're almost done with, I think we're recording the last pre-interview for this season tomorrow.
Awesome.
So, and then I'm going to throw in the Unkind Rewind trailer right here.
Ever wonder how that movie you loved as a kid holds up, but were afraid to find out for yourself for fear of ruining your childhood?
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower!
At Unkind Rewind, we have no such trepidation.
I must speak with the dolphins now.
With a new guest every 2 weeks, we explore the films of our youth, or more specifically, our guest's youth.
Okay. But I get to be on top.
In week 1, we'll sit down with our guest, getting to know them and their relationship to the film we'll be watching. The next week, we get back together after having rewatched it to see how it played to or against their expectations, and to what degree our guests' memories of the film were true to the movie at hand. And of course, we see how the flick held up to the test of time. Then, we'll do it all over again with a new guest next week.
You ever dance with the devil in abandoned mind?
So join us each week as we mine our nostalgia and risk ruining our youth by rewatching the movies we grew up with on the Unkind Rewind. Available on YouTube and wherever you get your pod on.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Nice. Promos.
I think now Adam and I can speak freely. Oh, I do want to say that I think Adam and I were talking about going down to an every other week schedule for dropping Gen Pop episodes.
It would improve our sanity substantially.
Yeah.
And maybe allow us to have better exclusive content. Like,
theoretically, yeah.
Maybe not always the same time. It's something we have to figure out.
Maybe not always the movie club episode, too, because
exactly,
if we're only doing 2 episodes a month, we can't do movie club every month.
No, but maybe it's like we could do more interviews, things like that would get dropped into those in-between spaces that would be more interesting for everybody, I think.
Right. And I was thinking that we could maybe do a thing where it's you, me, and Sean, because we'll be launching our Patreon, I think, in the new year.
Nice.
And so it could be like a you, me, and Sean doing more of like an open convo thing, like a hang once a month or something like that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
So anyway.
And we could have that on both Patreons, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah. That's something to think about. Now, just if you hate that idea or you like that idea, let us know. And we can also, keep posting for Gen Pop, like keep posting back episodes in the off weeks, stuff like that.
Yeah, and just basically always just keep 100 in the public feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just speaking for myself, but I know Adam feels the same way. This 10-month respite has been nice.
Well, for me, it's been very hectic and busy.
No, but for like my sanity, not having to think about SVU for 10 months.
100%. I have not watched an episode of SVU since the Mark Paul Gosselaar Elizabeth Banks episode, which was the last one we recorded before we shut down.
Right.
I've been in hotel rooms multiple times. I stayed in San Angelo, Texas. There's not that much to do there. I chose not to watch SVU while I was in San Angelo. So
I've watched some.
Okay.
But not much. I finished out the new season.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
I've watched other things, but yeah.
I just watched an episode of SVU for this podcast.
I did watch an SVU for this podcast. But before then, I managed to go for months without even thinking about it. And then I was watching the NBA playoffs and fucking Hargitay and Kelly Giddish were sitting there courtside, and I was like, fuck, SVU. I forgot about that.
So, what is it like having an extra...
2 children?
Yeah.
Dude, man, when you have one, you can plot against them. But when you have 2, one is always fucking up when the other one is being good, and vice versa. And so it's like, one night, the baby wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and somebody needs to go feed him before he goes back to bed. The next night, the other kid wakes up at 5:30, and it's like, great, I'm just awake now. It's 2 hours before I wanted to wake up, but I'm just awake. But no, it's great. They're wonderful children. They're very smart. Max is in kindergarten now, which is a big step. He takes the bus. He's like a brat. Thinks he's cool. So that's great.
He's the man now, dog.
He is. I'm teaching him lines from Finding Forrester. He sings "I Want to Be Sedated," but he doesn't know what sedated means. So
sure, yeah. I mean, that's cool.
So he says like "I want to be inflated," things like that. No, he's
Weird Al-ing it. He just doesn't know yet. Has he seen UHF?
No, he hasn't seen UHF.
My nephews fucking love UHF. They're seeing Weird Al.
Really?
I think they're actually seeing him this weekend.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow, Weird Al's still touring?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
What are you drinking, buddy?
This used to be on the rocks. It's Bullet Rye that used to be on the rocks. The official rye whiskey of this podcast.
Yeah. And I'm, of course, drinking 4 fingers of Bullet Rye Rocks from my Tony's on the Pier souvenir glass.
God, what a great bar. I need to get back to the South Bay, man.
Best bar.
I need to get back there. See Los Angeles content. And I'm like, tell me what's happening in Redondo, because that's what I care about.
I don't give a fuck about Santa Monica.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's going on the Strip.
Yeah.
Just get me to that Redondo Pier, baby.
But also, the world has fucking fallen apart since last we recorded. I was going to say I don't want to hear about MacArthur Park, but then it's like, no, I feel bad about ice raids and shit.
A lot has changed, and almost entirely it has changed for the worst.
Unless you're in Brazil. They're doing good things there.
Maybe Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico's great. Great country. I'm also drinking, I opted for the Costco Oktoberfest 24 pack.
Okay.
So you get 24 Oktoberfest beers, from smaller breweries in Bavaria, not Polliner and, the big ones. So this is an Eibauer Schwarz beer. Here's the can.
Okay.
Here's the beer in my once frosted mug.
Looks Schwartzy.
Yeah, it's a black beer. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a low ABV, but it has a nice flavor. It's kind of been fun because I mostly drink IPAs or other things like that, high ABV beers. So it's kind of been nice to have this selection of malted waters,
I have a hams on layaway.
Nice. So Josh, should we talk about this show that we watched? Again, it's first SVU I've watched since, in my mind, an all-timer. The one with Elizabeth Banks and Mark
100%.
Gosselaar. So it's been a while, and well, you're about to do the recap, so I'll let you do that. But I was pleasantly surprised in a way.
I think you've been away too long.
Exactly.
This is one of the most hated episodes of SVU.
No. It was basically just like hanging out with my friends is what it was. It was like, oh,
sure. All the incels, you mean?
Well, they just love 50-year-old men enjoy going to video game competitions.
Yeah.
Or 60. I don't know how old Ice-T is at this point. So pretty wild.
Yeah, he's probably like mid-50s, I think, in season 16.
Okay.
All right, so we watched season 16, episode 14.
Sure did.
Intimidation Game. Liv humblebrags to Dr. Lindstrom about how soon-to-be adopted baby boy Doe has made her life perfect, though she wonders if his penchant for breaking stuff is a harbinger of doom. While Liv unloads on Dr. Lindstrom, Finn, Carisi, and Rollins are hanging out on their day off at a video game convention, where Finn waxes philosophical about how worthless 10-year-old campers are before they head off to watch the tournament that got Finn there in the first place. We then lilt across the convention floor where the young woman manning Raina Punjabi's booth, Sarah Keller, trades barbs with a pair of incels storming up, spouting off about how Raina, the woman's boss featured on a promotional video in the background, quote, only got this feminazi game made by being a slut, end quote. Rollins is turned off by the adolescent boy energy wafting through the room and wishes she could be watching basketball, though Finn reminds her that the Knicks are god-awful. They come across Leslie, the Glasgow artist, and apparently his art has already been adapted into a VR video game in, checks notes, 2.5 months?
Hey, it happens, Josh. I had no idea who that character was. Sorry.
I vaguely remembered him. I did. But 2.5 months later, I'm pretty sure there's not a video game that's been developed already. You know how many people it would take to make that happen?
I mean, he's got a team. He's got Millions. A team of singles.
As the Killer Be Slaughtered tournament gets these nerds chanting, kill them, over and over, the two incels corner Sarah from the booth in the bathroom and assault her in a stall. With Finn translating everything for Benson and the 85% of viewers watching at home who barely know what a video game is, Sarah tells them about how the losers who play Cobbs hate her boss's game, Amazonian Warriors Protectors of the Rainforest, because 1, it's not dumb, and 2, a chick made it. The surveillance footage Carisi poured over doesn't give them much to go on, so they visit Raina, who's engaged to a rich VC guy and therefore slept her way to the top in the eyes of these incels, at Amazon Warriors production offices. She's not of much help because she's too busy with the launch of her game set to happen in a couple days. Leslie, the Glasgow guy, comes into the precinct with chatter on a message board in which a commenter brags about assaulting Sarah, so Benrisi strong-arm him into connecting with Sarah's assailants on the message board. Carisi and Leslie meet up with the dudes in a sting. They brag about groping Sarah, and then Carisi and Finn, who's been camping off camera, arrest the two shitheads and bring them in for a lineup. The arrest is up on Red Channel within hours, and some nerd doing his best riff on Anonymous claims Sarah got off way too easy. Then, as Rollins grills Finn about why he plays video games, he catches Raina getting swatted on a live streaming interview. Raina doesn't want to come in with the launch of her game coming so soon, and when she does, she won't postpone the launch of her game, despite threats of rape and mutilation. Raina insists it's better to be called a bitch than a coward, and that she's not changing shit. Furthermore, she doesn't want a visible police presence at her launch, so they are left to set up a low-key watch at the launch, but after a few false alarms with laser pointers from douche bros in the audience, the lighting board and security system get hacked, and in the mayhem, Raina disappears. Carisi sees where she's been taken on surveillance cameras and chases her abductor out to the street where Raina has just been thrown into a white van. Inside the abandoned factory where the white van was ditched, they find Raina's bloodied blouse and a recording left behind of her blouse being ripped open, tagged with a level complete title card. The three fuckbooks who took her presumably rape her as we cut to commercial, and after the break, a bloodied and beaten Raina professes under duress that gaming is no place for women and that she slept with her fiancé solely to get her game financed. The video's geotagged, though, so even though the SVUs know that this is likely baiting them into some kind of bullshit, the unit and some unis cautiously head over to Staten Island, where these toolbags definitely raped Raina and have fucked off with Raina and some guns from one of their dad's gun safes. The mother of Anthony, one of the, quote, confused, end quote, abductors, swears her precious son couldn't have written these terrible words on the internet, despite the newly festering stench of gang rape emanating from her basement. Carisi Staten Island's at her. Finn says there's a rape mod in Cobbs, and then on the phone with a gun to her head, Raina sets up the endgame for these fucking raper nerds, getting the cops to come to where the shootout will take place. When they get to where she's being held, ESU throws some flashbangs into the warehouse, Rain has been immobilized with a gun taped to her hands in the hopes of having the police shoot her. Carisi and Rollins pursue the kidnappers through to the roof, where gunfire is exchanged, and dear Staten Island Anthony surrenders, saying Ryan and Pierce are crazy and that he never wanted it to get this out of hand. As Rollins cuffs Anthony to a rooftop door, Carisi follows Pierce into an ambush where Ryan gets the drop on him and tells him he's going to cap him. Rollins follows, and Ryan immediately misogynists at her, whinging on about how being a whore should be a crime before Finn steps out from his camping position yet again, telling Bitch Boy that if he moves, he's getting plugged. Shithead turns to shoot Finn, but instead takes 3 bullets. Finn admits that it hurt to be a camper, but that camping has its advantages. Finn says he knows the difference between video games and real life before getting put on administrative leave on a good shoot. Raina says she's leaving gaming because they already won, and we get a Raina's letting the cyber terrorists win, but now there's at least an alternate reality where Logan Paul died in 2016. Dick Wolf.
Finn did what everybody, I'm speaking for America here, everybody wanted to do what Finn got to do in this episode.
Yes. So we, I guess, have to talk about Gamergate.
Yeah, well, I feel like we have talked about Gamergate, have we not?
We kind of talked about it, but not that much when we were talking about Adam Baldwin.
Okay. This is very explicitly Gamergate. I did not look it up at all, because I vaguely remember all this shit.
But yeah, we talked about it in episode 32, I believe, Who's Showering at Benson's. That was about the season 14 premiere.
We didn't get anything cool like that. We got a fucking teapot anecdote.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
So in 2013, Zoe Quinn released a text-centric game, Depression Quest, designed to convey the experience of depression. Despite positive feedback from gaming media and mental health professionals, gamers lashed out at Quinn because the game didn't narrowly emphasize violence and skill, and that this was a, quote, political, end quote, intrusion into their culture.
This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of in my life.
Because there's nothing more political than depression, you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
These dumb fuck wannabe video game gatekeeper incels harassed Quinn and threatened to rape and kill them for months, which only got worse when they went to the media with their documentation of this harassment campaign. Then Quinn's ex-boyfriend, Aaron Joni, I don't know how to say his last name, I don't really care, wrote a blog post that falsely implied Quinn had slept with Kotaku and rock, paper, shotgun reporter Nathan Grayson, despite him only writing about her games before they had a relationship. 4chan got going on the reinvigorated attack campaign on Quinn. Adam Baldwin dubbed it Gamergate, and then Milo Yiannopoulos trumpeted this nonsense from his Breitbart platform. As the harassment campaign metastasized and continued to ruin Quinn's life, feminist media critic Anita Sarkeesian put out a new episode of Tropes versus Women in Video Games 3 days before Baldwin came up with the banal Gamergate moniker, and she became a target for rape and death threats as well. Threats of a Polytechnique massacre motivated by anti-feminism. That was in 89 in Montreal. Threats of a repeat version of that led to a cancellation of a speaking appearance at Utah State 2 months later. Right around the time of that cancellation, game developer and shameless Zionist Brianna Wu was targeted after mocking Gamergate. Speaking of pieces of shit.
I forgot Brianna Wu was somehow involved. Really, I mean, I have no opinion about Zoe Quinn. I don't know anything about them. But everybody else involved in this shit is just the worst.
I don't know who Anita Sarkeesian is at all.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either. But the rest of them.
But Brianna Wu sucks.
The lowest pieces of shit that have ever existed. And somehow they sparked the stupid world we live in today. This fucking Gamergate bullshit.
It's all springing from this bullshit. It really is.
So dumb. I hate
so Brianna Wu got doxxed on 8chan. More people who spoke out were targeted on 4chan, 8chan, and Reddit. These Gamergaters claimed this was all a movement for ethics and games journalism, protecting gamer identity and opposing political correctness. Which then all these fucking Joe Rogan morons did. Like, fuck all this.
The worst collection of words that have ever been put together. Fucking ethics and game journalism. Who gives a shit?
It's fucking video games.
Go play Leisure Suit Larry 3 in your fucking room and jerk off like God intended us to, you know.
This is where the dumbest timeline started, I think.
Well, it's been going on for longer than that. But definitely this had a player to play.
The dumbest. Like, it was, we were on the dumb timeline, but now we're on the dumbest one.
So I've just finished this documentary series. Fucking great. You gotta watch this shit. It's called, like, Conspiracy, The Octopus Murders, I think is the full title.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. But if you're not familiar with what that means, in 1994, this freelance journalist, Danny Casolaro, supposedly committed suicide in a hotel room in Martinsburg, West Virginia. But he started this investigation into, there was this software about basically like keeping track of crimes for like the FBI.
Okay.
But it leaked out of the Department of Justice and they started selling it to like foreign governments. And they weren't paying the company that developed it. And so this reporter who was like reporting on computer technology started looking into this. It turns out this was like the crack in the door to this vast Iran-Contra involved conspiracy. So elements of the US government were selling this to Canada and England and France and all these other friendly countries, but putting back doors in it so they could spy on what those countries were spying on. But then also the people involved in doing that were running arms to the Contras in Nicaragua. And most of this stuff is totally verifiable. Now, it gets into areas where it's less verifiable, but like tons of murders.
Was this stuff covered by what's his face in Sacramento?
Well, the Sacramento guy is a different guy, but he was...
I'm talking just the Contra stuff. I know that...
So he was documenting how, like, basically cocaine...
The CIA was...
Yeah. So the people that this guy was following up on were doing that. They were selling cocaine in the United States and laundering the money to fund Contras and other basically black book CIA operations. Mm-hmm. Anyways, this shit gets into this investigation for this journalist that's immense. It's like the whole history of the world, basically. And he's like, it boils down to there's like 8 people that kind of that represent everything. One of them, of course, being, as you know, George Bush, because he's the cigarette smoking man. And the irony is that the guy who basically tugged
Senior,
at the strings...
of course. We're not talking about W here.
No. The guy who tugged at the strings of everything for 50 years in this country, his dipshit son is probably most responsible for the world we live in today. Like the fascist hellhole we live in. Sure. It's because of fucking George W. Bush.
Well, I think it's more because of Dick Cheney than George W. Bush. Ascribing any plan or belief system or anything, any ideology to George W. Bush is
one of those guys could get elected in an area that has a bigger population than Albuquerque, though. One of those guys could not.
Yes, 100%. Like Cheney found a useful idiot.
Yeah, he sure did, and he fucked shit up. Anyways, fascinating shit. And he supposedly committed suicide, but he was most likely murdered by a combination of either a mobbed up con man who was heavily involved with intelligence services or a shadowy figure who was most likely a CIA hitman who was probably Cuban. Although he'd been to Panama. Maybe he's Panamanian. He's either Panamanian or Cuban. I was just ribbing Megan because I assumed he was Cuban because he has a Latin surname and killed people for the CIA. So I assumed.
Yeah, stands to reason.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, highly recommend.
What a country.
Cheers. Yeah.
Okay, anyways. So guest stars. We have a lot of them, sadly.
Yeah.
I might cut some of them if I get tired of it.
Please.
We'll see.
Please, by all means.
We've talked about Bill Irwin, who's playing Dr. Peter Lindstrom. They blackfaced the Unabomber, season 15, episode 3, American Tragedy. We've also talked about Musa Makar. She's playing Raina Punjabi here.
She looked familiar to me.
So we talked about her in episode 192. They're trying to Joe Campbell the sex toy market. It's nice when I've forgotten the names of the episodes and I just copied and pasted that one in there. So reading it for the first time was a joy.
That was a good one. I remember that episode now.
That was season 21, episode 15, Swimming with the Sharks. She was playing defense attorney Dara Miglani there. So this is obviously a brain melter. First up, Griffin Matthews playing Leslie Connolly, the Glasgow artist. We obviously saw him way back in episode 20. We're in SVU Prophecies, the future of Tom Hanks' filmography.
Sure does.
Season 16, episode 6, Glasgowman's Wrath. He was born in Pittsburgh. He got a BFA in musical theater from Carnegie Mellon University. He co-wrote the musical Invisible Thread with his husband Matt Gould, for which they won the Richard Rogers Awards for musical theater in 2012 and 2014. He was main cast in The Flight Attendant and season 5 of You. He had a recurring role in Dear White People, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, and Genius. He's in one episode of Law & Order Los Angeles. He co-founded the volunteer organization Uganda Project to support the education of a group of teens living in Uganda. Pretty young when he started that. And then he adopted 2 sons in August of 2022.
Did he create Zoran Mamdani? Is that
Yes. Yeah.
Probably.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Then we've got Peter Mark Kendall, who's playing Stephen Kaplan here, the VC fiance. He was born in Baltimore to parents who'd emigrated from South Africa the year before he was born. He's got a BA in theater from McDaniel College, where he also studied jazz guitar. Got his MFA in acting from Brown. He's in the films Time Out of Mind, Louder Than Bombs, The Ticket, and Top Gun Maverick. He was main cast in The Strange Angel, Kaleidoscope, and Watson. He had recurring roles in Girls, The Americans, Eye Candy, and Chicago Med. So that was in this universe, obviously. It's a different character.
Yeah.
He's also created music for Hickory Collective, which composes music for film, ads, and podcasts. He is married to actress Helen Cespedes.
Any relation to Johannes?
Surely. We'll try to turn this into a baseball podcast any possible way.
Hey. Yeah. They're Cespedes. He's,
Yeah. Cespedes.
He hit some of the best home runs ever.
Dude. He also booted one of the best gappers in World Series history. Game 1 leadoff inside the park home run for Alcides Escobar.
Oh,
in 2015. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But he had one of the best throws from left field home that I've ever seen.
Yeah. He had a cannon.
Yeah. He sure did.
Then we've got Logan Paul, who's playing Ryan, the lead douchebag who kidnaps Serena.
Yeah.
He was born in Westlake, Ohio. He rose to social media prominence first on Vine, where he was ranked as the 10th most influential figure on the platform, making hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad revenue. It's at this point in time that he appears here, his first screen credit.
Yeah.
He's in the films The Thinning, Where's the Money, The Thinning, New World Order, and Valley Girl, which I worked on 3 years before its eventual release after being shelved for 2 years after his antics, which I'm about to get into, rendered Valley Girl too toxic.
Interesting.
He was being cast in Foursome.
He has brain damage.
Yeah. He had a disastrous trip to Japan that he documented on his YouTube channel, punctuated most loudly by his disrespectful depiction of a recently deceased corpse in the suicide forest at the base of Mount Fuji.
It's amazing that he came back from that.
I can't believe he did.
Amazing. Yeah.
So the fallout from all this shelved Valley Girl, put another movie on hold, delayed the release of Logan Paul Versus, and had him removed from the cast of Foursome. After a few boxing matches that followed after this, he signed on with WWE, and he eventually won the WWE United States Championship. He promoted a bunch of scams and failed ventures, including CryptoZoo, where he failed to compensate more than $1.5 million to investors despite promising to do so.
That seems like you should go to jail for that. For if people invest $1.5 million in your fucking scam coin, you should go to jail.
In America, Adam? What country do you think you live in?
Good point. About the only thing you can do nowadays.
In a functioning country? Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not that.
Not anymore.
He had Trump on his podcast, Impulsive, leading into the 2024 election. He's married to Nina Ogdal.
This guy left California because he was complaining about high taxes and moved into a $55,000 a month rental in Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, but what? 55 grand? You could spend that on your rental apartment
in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, in Puerto Rico. So imagine,
no. I what property is that expensive in Puerto Rico? $55K a month.
I know what a $23K a month apartment in New York City looks like, and it's a lot. It's a big place. But $55K a month in Puerto Rico? That's how much a year?
$660,000 a year.
In rent.
What a moron.
Again, what kind of a country allows that guy to get this rich?
Yeah. Susanna Flood, playing Sarah Keller. Mm-hmm. She was born in New York City, grew up in Manhattan, went to high school in Santa Monica, graduated summa cum laude from UC Berkeley. She's in the film The Chronology of Water, which will be Kristen Stewart's feature-length directorial debut.
Okay.
She's main cast in For the People. She had a recurring role in Life and Beth. She's in 3 Chicago Fires, and we'll see her one more time. She voices Letitia Saltier on the orbiting human circus of the air. She's worked on and off Broadway, including in the 2016 revival of The Cherry Orchard with Diane Lane, which was on Broadway. Obviously, Diane Lane's not doing off Broadway in 2016.
No, probably not.
Then we've got Adam Scarambolo, who's playing the security guard. He was born and raised in New York City, attended Brooklyn College, lives in both LA and New York. He's in the films Bittersweet Place, A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, Premium, Chapter 27, Lime Life, Stakeland, The Comedy, White Alligator, Grater, and Patty Cakes, the S being a $sign, Patty Cakes. He's in multiple episodes of Wu-Tang, an American Saga. He's in one Criminal Intent. Then we've got Jefferson White playing Gary. He was born in Mount Vernon, Iowa, near Cedar Rapids. It's where Cornell College is in Iowa. He graduated from Iowa State with a degree in performing arts. He then apprenticed at the Actors Theater of Louisville after graduation, which we've seen a lot of people go through. One of those regional theaters that is a feeder to Broadway in New York. He was main cast in Yellowstone. He's Jimmy. He had recurring roles in The Americans, Manhattan, Blind Spot, How to Get Away with Murder, House of Cards, The Bite, You, and Countdown. He's in the films Treasure Trouble, No Future, God's Country, Eileen, Civil War, Hellboy, The Crooked Man, and the upcoming films The Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaching, and November 1963. He's in 4 Chicago PDs. He is married to social worker and actress Casey Wortman. Next up, Toby Turner, game host.
Yeah.
He was born in Osborne, Mississippi, graduated from Niceville High School in Niceville, Florida, where he matriculated with none other than Matt Gaetz.
Really? Interesting.
He graduated with a degree in telecommunication production from the University of Florida. Toby Turner is YouTube personality Tobuscus, who's been on the platform dating back to May of 2006. He was responsible for the Don't Tase Me Bro remix into a hip-hop song that went viral.
Oh.
He does comedy skits and animated sketches along with gaming content on his Toby Games channel. He's in the films New Low, Smiley, The Great Gilly Hopkins, and Why Him? He was a series regular on The High Fructose Adventures of Annoying Orange. Then we've got Jack Vale, who's playing himself here. I don't know what that means. He was born in Lodi, California. He's known for doing prank videos on the Jack Vale Films YouTube channel.
Sure,
yeah. He was a producer for bloopers for Dick Clark Productions for 40 Eps in 2012. He had a reality show, Jack Vale Offline, on HLN for 6 episodes. He was recurring on 10 Items or Less and The Beach Boys, with Beach spelled B-E-E-C-H. He's in the films Senseless, Brennan, and Next Level. He lives in Franklin, Tennessee, and has 5 kids with his wife, Sherry Vale. James Saccone is playing Peter O'Neill. He was born in Park Slope, Brooklyn, admitted to the High School of Performing Arts in 1977, studying music as a trumpet player since the age of 11. He studied acting at HB Studio under Uta Hagen. He later graduated magna cum laude. I get the sense that it's much later, magna cum laude from Marist College. He then got his Master of Divinity and Doctor of Ministry degrees from New York Theological Seminary. He taught briefly for St. John's University, City University of New York, and in the grad program at Metropolitan College of New York before beginning his career as an actor. He wrote, directed, and starred in the shorts Nothing for Nothing, Plenty of It, Neighborhood Nonsense, and Intention. He's been in the films Lotto, Crown Heights, Night Comes On, The Kitchen, Joker, The Irishman, Worth, Somewhere in Queens, Boston Strangler, and The Alto Knights. He had recurring roles or was in multiple episodes of As the World Turns, Boardwalk Empire, Shades of Blue, The Neighborhood, The Deuce, City on Fire, Saturday Night Live, and Long Bright River. He's in 2 more SVUs, one in an uncredited turn as a butcher in Beef, and it looks like he is in the season 27 premiere that hasn't aired in Adam and My Timeline yet.
Yeah, Jesus.
Then we've got Juliet Adair Prittner. She's playing Marissa Rossi. She got her BFA from Juilliard. I thought her name was Maria, but apparently it's Marissa, and I missed that. But whatever.
Yeah. Marissa, according to...
yeah, I thought I heard Maria multiple times, but who knows? I'm going to call her Maria later. So
I watched the program once. So
I also only watched it once, and I felt like she was not.
That was enough.
Yeah, that was more than enough. She's in the films Kiss of Death and The Grief of Others. She had a recurring role on Guiding Light, Veep, and the recent iteration of The Tick. I've got 4 more. They're all at least short. Bruce Falk is playing the ESU commander. We saw him playing Harbor Cop in episode 62. He got down with an arthropod. Talking season 11, episode 3, Solitary. He was born and raised in Chelsea, graduated from High School of Performing Arts. He got his BFA in acting from Carnegie Mellon. As a playwright, he's received grants from the Jerome Foundation and the NEA. And his play, Rhythm I Was Sayin', was a finalist for the O'Neill Festival. His first novel, Plague Time, is rolling out on Royal Road per his website. He's in the films We Pedal Uphill, The Poker Club, Can Hitler Happen Here, and Who Are We Now? He had recurring roles in All My Children, The Unusuals, The Battle Below, and Gossip Girl. He's in 2 episodes of Confession and 1 episode of Criminal Intent. Then Luke Marinkovich is playing Anthony Rossi. He was cast on Broadway for Bridges of Madison County in Oklahoma. Obviously not the original Oklahoma.
Oh, really? Weird.
He's in the films Rapid Eye Movement and A Complete Unknown, but I believe he was uncredited in A Complete Unknown. I may be wrong.
But he definitely knows all the words to Surrey with a Fringe on top. We know that.
Then he had a recurring role in Harlan Coben's Shelter and in 1923. Penultimate guest star, Anthony C. Mazza, is playing ESU Officer number 1. We saw him playing ESU Officer in episode 174. If anyone knows what leather will do to a DNA sample, it's O'Halloran.
I miss him.
We're talking season 8, episode 17, Sin. He's in the films 1408, I Am Legend, and If You Could Say It in Words. He was in 1 episode of 30 Rock, 5 episodes of the original series, and 1 more SVU. He died February 23rd, 2022. Last one, Josh Daniels, ESU Officer number 2. He was born in Manhattan, grew up in West Orange, New Jersey. He was a professional wrestler for over a decade. He had a recurring role in Phantom Fae and Bunny and Ty. He is in the films Legend of the Medallion and Sensory Perception. Done, finally, mercifully.
Nice. So the episode, Josh.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah.
I don't have that many notes, honestly.
Oh, okay.
My notes were pretty front-loaded.
Let me tell you. When you see Bill Irwin, Dr. Peter Lindstrom, in the first shot of the episode, it's a bad sign.
Always. 100%.
And
now, to place this in time, this is the episode right before Undercover Mother, where we discover that Baby Boy Doe is Satan's spawn. So that's what they're setting up in that dumb scene.
Yeah, because she's saying that he's destroying people's teapots.
Yeah.
He's a terror.
Yeah.
But of course, what's left unsaid is that, like, you have no free time. Your whole life is this dumb unit with these people that probably shouldn't be police officers.
Who spend their weekends going to video game conventions.
That's a red flag to me. Still, when you have free time, you're talking to Dr. Peter Lindstrom and not spending it with your child. And you wonder why he's destroying teapots at other people's houses.
Sure. So Liv starts the whole thing with this, like, humble brag, like Noah is the salve for all of Liv's myriad problems. She doesn't have any time for trauma. She's just a parent now.
Mm-hmm.
Then she wonders if Noah breaking shit is a nature over nurture issue, because it couldn't possibly relate back to her, right?
Yeah, he's a serial killer. We know this. He's a serial killer.
Yeah.
He will be, eventually.
Yeah.
I've seen the John Wayne Gacy documentary. Noah is John Wayne Gacy.
Noah loves clowns.
He's producing snuff films. That's what's going on.
Ice-T gets to play video games, which has to be the happiest he's ever been on set.
But I think that's, like, Ice-T does love playing video games.
Oh, that's why I said this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
He loves video games.
Yeah.
This is an Ice-T thing, not a Finn thing.
Mm-hmm. 100%. And so that's fun.
His IG name and Twitter name is Final Level.
It's Final
Level.
Or no,
his Twitter name is Final Level. I think he might be Ice-T on IG. These incels, they sure are cool.
There's a lot of dorks here. Now, if they were more upset about the content of the game, Amazon Warriors, Defenders of the Rainforest, as opposed to who was making it, I might be on their side a little bit more. Because we see some of this game eventually, and it does not look like it's any
looks
fun
terrible.
to play.
It looks awful. I mean, where are my notes on that? Sorry, let me look.
Well, we can wait till we get there.
Okay, but it looks bad. It looks really bad.
It looks very bad. Yeah.
Now, the important thing that I assume we both dove into. The Knicks this season.
Are we talking about the 15-16 Knicks, or are we talking about the 14-15 Knicks?
14-15.
Because the 14-15
Knicks... This recorded February of 15. So
okay,
on January 24th...
The 14-15 Knicks was the worst Knicks team in team history.
Yeah. So January 24th, 3 days before the first date, we see on a card.
Yeah.
The Knicks lost to a bad Charlotte Hornets team to drop to 8-37.
Wow.
When this episode would have been written, the Knicks were in the middle of a stretch of 16 straight games from December 14th to January 15th where they did not win. They lost 16 in a row.
Who was on the team? I did not look up. Who was?
Carmelo was on the team, but it was before Derrick Rose signs the next year. They're just very bad. Kristaps was a rookie, but he's barely playing.
But Porzingis breaks out the next year.
Yes,
he's
a rookie. He's still a rookie. He's playing some, but it's the Melo show, and it's bad.
This is Melo's show, and it's just like Melo takes the ball, dribbles for 23 seconds, and throws up a terrible shot.
100%.
Just every single possession. Yeah.
Yes. They ended up being 17-65. They were second worst in the NBA by one game. Only the Wolves were worse, and the Wolves won the lottery. The Knicks were 4, had the 4th pick. But the Knicks...
the Wolves had nobody at that point.
No,
right?
the Wolves were god-awful. And Ricky Rubio was, always injured. This was just a disaster. Yeah. But that's what got them to Karl Anthony Towns.
Fucking bullshit anyways, yeah.
So Finn speaks video game nerdese, and then translates for your titillated grandmother in Peoria.
Yes.
He also outs himself as someone whose homepage is Kotaku.
So, okay.
It is, though, right? His homepage when he opens his browser is Kotaku.
Oh, yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
I really wanted to, I wish there would have been another Civ 5 expansion pack after Brave New Worlds, because I wanted to see how that was, but that was the last Civ 5 expansion pack. Now, you can get,
I promise you that I have no idea what any of that means.
Skins and unit packs, because I looked this up. Yeah. But that was the last big DLC. There were unit packs after that. You could get the Korea,
You love a good unit pack.
Oh, you know it, buddy. So one of the things they mentioned is FAL as an acronym.
Like this whole fucking scene, I am just...
That is not... Okay, it is an acronym, but it's not a online speak acronym. What it stands for, it does not stand for failures at life. It stands for Fusil Automatique Léger, which is French for light automatic rifle.
Leslie's getting a lot of run in this episode, BT Dubs.
Here's the thing about Leslie. So he's shopping a VR Glasgowman game. Now, I assume a VR game is going to take even longer to develop than a regular game, which is going to take a long-ass time to develop.
Yes, obviously. That's what I was so pissed about in the recap.
And I appreciate that. What I was pissed about is that VR... This is 2015 when they filmed this episode.
Oh, God. Can you imagine how bad VR games were in 2015?
No, but VR was the next big thing in 2015. It's still the next big thing, and it hasn't fucking happened.
Well, no. It's not the next big thing. The new next big thing that isn't going to happen is AI.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a fucking scam. They're just trying to
but VR was a scam before AI.
But VR's been the next best thing since Murder, She Wrote was on the air. I'm not talking about the movies. I'm talking about on-air Murder, She Wrote. Jessica Fletcher wore the goggles.
Lawnmower Man, Adam.
Yes, exactly. That's what, 1991 or something like that?
I think it's 94, but yeah. Early 90s.
Jesus Christ.
92, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a can release, though, and its actual theatrical was later?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that. I think it was... I do not think they were at Venice before they were in the theaters.
That wasn't his TIFF premiere date.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I barely remember Leslie. He was the teacher, right? He was like their cool guy teacher, right? Wasn't his?
Well, he had his apartment.
He had that cool apartment.
Yeah, he had the cool apartment, and there was like
I remember the cool
art
apartment
on the walls. I believe.
Yeah, there was art on the walls.
They'd gotten the Glasgowman comic from him book. Somehow.
But famously, you can just turn that into a VR gaming experience in a matter of months.
Oh, yeah, 2.5 months, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Without having, like, DreamWorks.
He says, peep this thread here.
They say things. And then it gets rapey.
Can we talk about how this message board renders new messages?
Oh, you're talking about when Leslie shows up at the police station to like tell them about this.
I'm moving through this pretty fast.
Great. Love that. Let me just get down here because
if you have notes that we skipped over, please.
I gotta say that Steve Kaplan presented to me as like, oh, this guy's creepy. He did it.
Yeah,
he raped Sarah.
Yeah, but only because we have SVU brain.
Exactly. That's
we know how they cast.
Okay, here we go. This is what because I had a it was weird how the message board worked because it's definitely not it went down.
Well, it does
they showed up at the bottom.
But
the new one
and then
showed
when
up
the
at
new
the
message when the new message comes up, it like types out the message.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that. That's kind of a dot matrix thing. It's very
but that would never actually happen on a message board.
Oh, just show up, but it would show up at the top also. And the messages would go down from the top. Typically.
Well,
not from bottom to top.
I mean,
maybe you could reorder
even if you're doing one that new messages would start at the bottom. Even if you're doing that, you would never have the message like type itself out.
Did you catch the Cheers reference in there?
No.
One of the commenters said, quote, "I heard some shiz went, spelled WENDT, down with that quote unquote throat bag from the AZ Warriors." And I gotta say, throat bag is one of the grossest things I've ever heard in my life.
Also, what does Arizona have to do with this?
Oh, that's their shorthand for the Amazonian warriors, protectors of the rainforest.
You know what AZ is not?
Amazon?
Yeah, it's not an abbreviation for Amazonian or Amazon or anything. It's an abbreviation for Arizona.
For Arizona. I'm aware of that. But why say went down spelled WENDT? What is that about? By the way, RIP George Wendt. I believe he died since the last time we recorded.
Yeah, RIP.
And by all accounts, he was a great guy.
Yeah.
Heard some anecdotes that were very...
Yeah, he seemed great.
Very laudatory. Like he seemed like a really good dude.
Yeah.
So here's to you, Norm.
Normie.
Miss you, buddy. So going back slightly, I want to say that from the perspective of somebody who's been an employee before, fucking Raina and her investment firm douchebag boyf, Stephen Kaplan, they said that they wanted to let Sarah, the victim of sexual assault, like a brutal sexual assault, I would say.
Blood was drawn, yeah.
Blood was drawn. She was beaten up. She was groped violently.
Yeah.
The launch of Amazonian Warriors Protectors of the Rainforest is much more important to the world than her getting to take a fucking day off.
Yeah.
And fuck them. Not to the point of what happens to Raina later in the episode, but still fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I'm glad their game was not a success.
Yeah. Now, Bowtie Leslie, he doesn't want to talk to these incels.
No.
Then they threaten him with the Son of Sam law.
Yeah.
Which they claim means you can't make a profit from a crime.
Mm-hmm.
That's only for the criminals, you fucking assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, this episode wouldn't be able to air, would it? Because this episode, by the same standard, is making money off of Gamergate.
Lots of money. Lots of money. Because how much are you paying?
More money than this fucking video game will.
Yeah, I just want to say that shout out Leslie's outfit because he's really rocking the
oh yeah, he's bow tie.
The Jaleel White look.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to shout out Jaleel White.
It's more like Stefan Urkel.
Sure. He's my son's favorite comedian, so I just want to shout him out.
Is this true?
Urkel. Yeah, Max loves Urkel. He knows Jaleel White. He also, the other comedians he knows Whoopi. Who else does he know?
Because of The View?
No, because of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. He also knows, why am I blanking on his
Eddie
name right
Murphy
now?
because of Delirious.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, exactly. No, he knows Ricky Gervais. Like, the comedians he knows are Ricky Gervais, Whoopi Goldberg, and Jaleel White, basically. You know, it is what it is. I'm going to accept that.
Are we not worried about the transphobia?
But, okay, he's not being exposed to that. He's seen him in, he played Flippy in, but he's British. Josh, I'm sorry, but at this point, if there's a British person who has their credits on anything, no offense to those of you that aren't, but most of you are. Like, even fucking Matt Berry, who I love, is in the new Harry Potter fucking movie.
Well, I'm mostly talking about actually being a transphobe.
Well, I know Ricky Gervais has actually said that shit, but I'm just telling you, it's a slippery slope between appearing in her fucking movie and becoming one of her.
So Raina gets swatted. She doesn't want to help them do much of anything as she feels it will affect her game's launch.
I feel like she was fundamentally miscast because, like, Sarah, sure. Sarah I could see as being a gamer girl who's, like, developing stuff and is, like, online. I don't believe this character at all. The Raina Punjabi character.
I mean, I don't believe this episode at all.
I guess they're going for like a kind of like a Steve Jobs. What's her name? The blood scam lady.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah, Elizabeth Holmes. Exactly.
H.H. Holmes, I think.
Yeah. They're going for the Liz Holmes look.
H.H. Holmes, everybody, was the killer in Devil in the White City.
Oh, nice. Oh, man. Credit to Elizabeth Holmes. Fuck.
So she doesn't want to let them win, even if it means her, quote, raped and mutilated corpse is on the front page of every feminist blog by next week, end quote.
Foreshadowing.
I'm having to be very diligent about putting these quotes in because this episode has a lot of bad things to say. She won't make the same mistake Sony did. That is, of course, a reference to Sony pulling the release of The Interview after caving to protests from the hacker group Guardians for Peace, who hacked Sony's email server and made exec Amy Pascal and Scott Rudin specifically look very bad.
I still feel like Sony is a respected brand, you know. In many spaces.
But there was a solid. I mean, I was in LA at this point, and it was. Oh no! I was in LA a few months later, but I moved to LA like 6 months after this, and the like reverberations were still happening on every production.
Yeah, the creative side of Sony took a hit for a while. I still would buy their cameras, you know.
Yeah, no, that's Sony Pictures, not Sony like the technology. This is that segment of the brand. Yeah.
No, I have a problem with the rest of the douchebags.
Sure.
So, for one, just real quick, I've been by where that was. That's on the East River. Now, that big skate park so on one side, you can see these party boats that are along the East River. It's kind of like lower on the East River. I didn't look it up, but I've been there. I've seen that boat before. But the skate park has been destroyed because post-Sandy, the city has been doing this massive flood protection protocol, building giant walls.
Because I was like, this is after Sandy, right?
This is
Sandy's
after
in
Sandy.
2012. Okay, yeah.
But because of the flooding in Sandy, they started doing this project. And essentially, they've built this giant flood barrier underneath the FDR that can be closed. And the side effect of that is that most of the parkland along the East River below Midtown is gone. It's just gone. There's just like wasteland, and then there's like a little bike path by the water, which sucks. Yeah. Because you get further down, and that's where all the poor people in Lower Manhattan live, right near the East River and abandoned. All the parks that used to be near where they lived are gone. Yeah. But that was one of them. I was like, wow, I've seen that boat basin, but I have not seen that skate park. And that's because it was
wiped out.
Either a construction site or just a wall, basically, which is sad.
Yeah.
But the problem I have with this scene is that there's a photo that gets leaked that goes viral. And the photo is of one of the douchebags getting arrested. And it is from, I don't know, 3 feet away from his face? 2 feet away from his face? So who took the photo? It wasn't Finn. It wasn't Carisi. It likely wasn't Leslie. And both of those guys were being arrested. So who took the photo? Like, you could at least have a still photographer.
It was a set
10
still
feet
photographer,
away.
Adam.
But,
It was a set still photographer.
But still, use a wide lens, Anyways, I loved seeing the launch of AZW POTR.
Now, Adam, did you see that Small Fry gave the game 5 stars?
Small Fry did?
Yeah. Adam.
Wow.
5 stars.
Now I need to go ahead and get it. Because I saw these poorly rendered figures walking around what appeared to be a village, not doing anything. That's what I saw.
I assumed the game would look not good.
Sure. But I didn't think they'd devote screen time to it.
This is the choppiest computer animation and bad graphic design on the game's title. Both of them are
This is like the King's Quest game I played in 1987, This is like that. It's bad.
It's really bad.
It looks bad. It sounds like it's a strategy game from what I could tell, but I couldn't really tell what the strategy was. What you're supposed to do here.
Right.
I guess you build a village and you can decide whether to be eco-friendly or not eco-friendly, right?
Whatever.
Anyways, there's laser pointers. Dorks had the lighting system.
We get this whole no social justice in gaming. My only thought when I see this is just, this is so fucking dumb. And sure, it's reflective of reality, but it's still so dumb. I don't want to watch a thing about this.
What's Finn's game? It's Bind, Torture, Kill, right? Isn't that the name of this game? Something like that.
Yeah, he's a big BTK fan.
Yeah.
Kill or be slaughtered. He loves Kill
Who
or be
is
slaughtered.
It? Yeah.
All right, so then there's an implied rape in the basement, and the video's geotagged.
Okay, sorry.
I have maybe 10 notes left, but I have about 20 words.
Carisi makes a big point about pointing out how shitty the security system is at this venue.
Yeah.
And yet it is somehow all online so that fucking Logan Paul, of all people, can hack into it and take over their PA system and their lighting system because it's all somehow connected to the internet.
Yeah.
The circle is not... It's not squaring for me, man. No. Yes. It's both new and shitty.
Yeah.
Somehow. Did you notice how Carisi was called in to be a Staten Island whisperer?
Yeah, obviously.
Because he had to talk the mom into letting them...
My note after geotagged video is just Staten Island. And then bad Staten Island accent, quote, mom.
Oh, man. I was really hoping we get to see more of Logan Paul's acting, because he didn't get to do very much. He had one scene.
This was it, though. Well, he's the person behind the mask.
Well, I realized that. But we didn't get to see him acting.
At least theoretically. Maybe he was so bad that it was someone else, but...
We didn't get to see him riffing off of other professional actors. That's what I wanted.
Oh, yeah. No, I wanted to see him getting to improv. I want to see him in a Joe Swanberg movie, maybe, or Duplass Brothers.
I wanted to see him in the Liz role in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. That's what I want to see.
That would be something.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But, Finn got to do what all of us wanted. And then he says...
Yeah, I have more notes, but I kind of don't want to go over them.
Finn says, so this is going to be a big IAB thing now, huh? And it's it's 2015. You've been on the job for how many years? You killed a fucking guy, Yes!
But no, it was Logan Paul, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I think that's the calculus that's been done on this episode.
Yeah.
The mom says, my sweet Anthony couldn't have written this stuff or whatever.
I would say her sweet Anthony had too cool of a haircut in order to be one of these guys.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, sure. The other guy, sure. Anthony, he was a little coiffed. He was a little feathered for this.
Right.
He could have been the investor boyfriend. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We do have it established for us that Finn knows the difference between video games and real life. The rooftop scene just doesn't play for me. It's just kind of hokey and dumb. I don't really want to go into it very much.
No, we don't need to. Again, Finn did what we all wanted, and that's about it.
Yeah, my note is Finn killing Logan Paul is the best part of this episode.
Well, that plus seeing the gameplay of Amazon Warriors, Protectors of the Rainforest.
The demo looks bad.
I really want to watch a Twitch stream devoted to this game. That sounds like something that would really hold the interest.
But the gamer has to be like scantily clad in a hot tub or some bullshit, because that's the only way I'm actually going to be able to make it through this.
Oh, yeah.
Through this Twitch stream.
Yeah. Josh,
yeah.
Do we need to talk about this anymore? Can we rank this episode?
No, Reina lets a terrorist win. It's done.
Yeah, but they already have. At this point, they already won.
They sure have.
Guys, we haven't done this in a long time, but we do rank these episodes. We rank them on the overall quality of the episode, the guests they're in, how problematic the episode was, and the depth and breadth of lives ruined. We're trying to come up with a composite score so that we can rank this episode against all the other episodes of the show that we've watched or will eventually watch. Now, the problem with this one is that we haven't watched an episode of the show in so long that I don't remember, like, you know, the episode before Sacrifice, which was the last one we watched. I do not remember a single thing about that episode. Not a single thing.
Come on, man. That was the one where James Badge Dale is playing a character with Down syndrome.
Oh, that's right. Still, very vague recollections of that one. I remember Sacrifice, but that one I've seen several times.
Sure.
But what I'm saying is that you're going to have to bear with us on this one. We're not a finely tuned rating machine as we used to be. I do feel that this episode was pretty bad, though, right? Quality-wise. Maybe not a 1, but not more than a 3, right?
3 is as high as I'm willing to go.
Let's go 2, then. Let's go 2, right? It's a 2?
I feel pretty strongly that it's very bad. It's not 1 bad, but I think
it's not 1 bad, right? It's like sort of professional. The thing is, it's not memorable.
It's taking a story that's ripped from the headlines and at least doing it slightly less bad than it could have been done.
It's not memorably bad, is what I would say.
But there's nothing that's good.
That's nothing that's good, but it's not embarrassing. Like, you could say, like, oh, yeah.
I would posit that it is embarrassing, but it's not 1 embarrassing.
Yeah. It's not The Good Girl. It's not a Chernuchin episode, is what we're saying.
Sure. Right.
It's a little better than that.
Yeah.
So how were the guests, Josh? How did you feel about them? I thought Sarah was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought Leslie was fine. If I think about all the douchebags,
there were
the first 2 at least.
They were sufficiently douchebaggy.
I liked all the laser pointer guys. The first 2 douchebags, at least I bought into it. It kind of falls apart to me, though, when it gets to, you know, the ISIS core of the Cobbs fan base.
So the first laser pointer guy, did you see what he is credited as?
No.
His character's name is Douchey Guy.
Accurate.
The other one is just laser pointer guy.
Yeah. I thought they did good work. Small parts.
I thought Staten Island Mom was bad.
Staten Island Mom was bad. Staten Island Kid did not believe him to be friends with these people. Logan Paul, bad. Very bad. Okay, let's think about the larger roles. Reina.
I think you're right in that she's maybe miscast, but I don't think that this is her problem.
No.
I think the character's written pretty badly.
I think it's a bad character. She seems like a fine actress, but yeah, it's a bad character.
My problems are not with her.
No. But it's still like...
It's with the core concept.
It's not good. It's not good.
No, it's not good. No. Like, I would say a 3 or a 4.
I think 3. I think 3 is fine with this. Because the only one that's actually good is Sarah. Sarah actually kind of does stuff that's good.
Right.
I think. But what is she in the first 5 minutes of the episode?
Yeah.
Does she have like 2 lines after the credits roll?
Maybe like the first 7 minutes, but only because, well, she has to ID them once they're brought back in. So she comes back in later, but she's got about maybe 3 minutes of screen time max.
I think it's a 3. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to go 4 if you're really strong.
No, 3. 3's fine.
Passionate about Sarah's role.
No.
Okay. Was this episode problematic? I mean, I don't know.
Yes, it was.
I mean, yeah, but it's in a way that I feel like we live in a post-Gamergate world, right? So it's like...
yeah.
It's not interesting.
No, it's just a life we live.
We're not cutting off Rollins' leg to make her more interesting, right? We're not doing that here.
No. But it's still problematic. It's just not fun problematic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of terrible things that I felt like I needed to put quotes around when I was saying them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And then there's gameplay on that game. Jesus Christ.
So problematic.
What the fuck?
Like, is it a 4?
Okay, 4's fine. Okay, and then the depth and breadth of lives ruined. Obviously, we have Reyna.
All the gamers who want to play this game.
All the investors of this game that was supposed to be a huge hit because it was going to just capture the zeitgeist.
Because it looks so good in the demo.
Just looks like endless fun. You could play that for thousands of hours and not get bored. From what I can tell. So yeah, they're all really going to lose out. What are we talking, like a 2 here? Well, okay, no, Reyna
and Sarah.
Reyna and Sarah. But
and Reyna, it's pretty bad. Like,
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. No bodies get dropped. You know, Reyna's financially fine because her boyf seems committed.
I think this is like another 3, probably.
I mean, it's like, I don't want to discount the experience that they had to go through, but it's
I mean, I could be talked into a 4, but I
don't know. I haven't watched enough of these to be so jaded by SVU, but I feel like we would give this one a 3 because
that's fine.
It's also kind of fucking preposterous that we have like fucking gamer ISIS running around.
I feel like SVU suddenly became an episode of fucking Pretty Little Liars here.
Yeah.
Where A is able to do all of these things. It takes the whole fucking show to like reveal who A is. And A is basically like the entire CIA descending upon these like 4 high school girls.
And in this case, it's 3 fucking losers with ski masks.
Right.
But they're able to take over like the security systems for these like midtown venues.
Yeah, it's just on a foundation of preposterousness.
So that gives us an overall score of 3, which it wasn't good.
Nope.
The last one that it's better than was episode 233, Nips Out and a Necktie. That's season 20, episode 9, Mea Culpa. Don't remember that one, but I like that title. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Dick Wolf was, we can't even get a professional ep where a main cast member is the suspect from you, Chernuchin.
Oh, that's the Stone, and Kevin Kane is not playing Terry Bruno.
That's right.
And there's a scene in the bar, that really boring fucking standoff at the bar that happens in like Act 3.
Yeah, that's the one where
Stone's suspected of possibly raping.
But he has a threesome, right? Is that
yeah,
correct?
It starts with, I believe it starts with Stone having a threesome, and then Stone is later accused of having raped somebody.
Yeah, not thought about Stone in at least a year.
I wish I could say the same, Adam. But I just watched Ransom Canyon.
Oh, man. Another thing, like, I really took issue with this episode trying to make me care about these main character plot arcs. I gotta say, because I want an A-plot for the show. I don't want main character arcs.
Almost never.
Yeah.
Unless it's Lake.
Yeah, if it's Lake, sure.
Lake? Cool. Only one.
Tell me what Lake's doing.
Yeah.
I want Lake to come back. I want to know what he's been up to since then.
Maybe Michelle Fazekas will bring him back.
Maybe. So yeah, what do we got to do? We have Patreon. You can sign up for it. It's Munch by Benson. What? Oh, we got to roll the next episode. That's what we got to do next. Josh, I am out of practice. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I was actually marveling that you were able to get through the like rundown of like how we rate the show. I was pretty surprised that you were able to do it. It's been 10 months.
Yeah, it's been a while. To quote a song, it's been a while.
Oh, God damn, I love All right, so heading over to episode.lol, which was built by friend of the pod and co-creator of Cinequote.net, which, as of this recording date, yesterday just had its 1,000th game.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Good for them.
I still play it pretty much every day. I had like 130 in a row. That's, my second or third longest streak?
What broke it?
Oh, it was a Sunday stumper, and it was Deceived.
I don't know Deceived.
Goldie Hawn, John Hurd.
Oh, Jesus.
Like 1990 or so thriller.
I bet if I saw it, I would remember it.
You'd notice the art, but like, there's no goddamn way. That was like, I think it ended up being like 81% of people got it wrong.
Okay.
But the 19 who got it right, I'm pretty sure all cheated.
Well, they were like Googling Goldie Hawn. They heard Goldie Hawn's voice or something like that. And they were like, oh, it must be that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Anyway.
Not cool, guys.
But episode.lol built for this podcast by friend of the pod and co-creator of Cinequote.net, Flat.
Yeah.
The tape is spinning. Bill and Ted do not like this part one bit.
Oh, I hate that part.
And we have landed in season 2, episode 4.
God is great.
God is good.
Yeah.
Praise be to Allah.
Yeah.
Legacy. A 7-year-old girl lapses into a coma, and the detectives investigate the members of her family to determine who's responsible for the abuse.
Yeah, we got a lot of friends in this one. Joanna Merlin, J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. Yancey Arias is in this one. Michelle Hurst is somebody, right?
Probably.
Yeah, she was in Orange is the New Black and Airheads. Airheads more importantly than...
Oh yeah, Airheads. I have Airheads on VHS. You can probably see it right back.
Right there.
My left shoulder.
See it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it. If there are more, we'll talk about them next week.
Yeah, fantastic. Love this.
In 2 weeks, sorry.
But yeah, this should be fun. We get to see Elliot. Maybe Elliot with hair. Live with short hair.
Yeah, young Finn.
Wet Finn. Oh, that should be fun. We're shaking off some rust here, but we do have a Patreon if you want to listen to some additional content. If you want to hear the whole thing, that's where you go. We have merch. We have other things. We have socials. I have not checked my Twitter since the last episode dropped. I've not checked Twitter since Trump
I don't update Twitter. Twitter just gets sent the auto post from Spreaker, but we're on Blue Sky, we're on Instagram, we're on Threads, we're on
those places.
Facebook.
I would guess that Instagram and Blue Sky get the most eyes from the pod.
I mean, I just don't post on Instagram enough. I need to be better about it, but it's such a pain in the ass. I hate working with
Instagram sucks. Anything dealing with those people sucks. Facebook is such a shit show. Like, what does it do?
But at least I can just copy the text from the post that I put in Threads or Blue Sky. I can copy that post, and that's easy. Like, Instagram, whatever.
It doesn't matter. Social media is bad, and it should go away. Hopefully,
join the Discord. Join the Discord.
Yeah,
that's
join
what
the
you
Discord.
should do.
That's speaking of social media. That's not that bad. Discord's pretty good. So Discord's good. Link to that's in our show notes.
We have a subreddit.
Yeah. Reddit can be good, can be bad, can be good. Go either way with Reddit.
Depends on the community, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, dude. Rate and review this shit. Go on your podcast app. Rate and review the shit out of this shit.
Share it with your friends. Share it with your mailman.
Dude, we are one of the most famous podcasts in the world, having just been
right. We were just on network television.
A-list celebrities on network TV. Yeah. Big time. What do you got, Josh? I think it's time to get out there and start munching, right?
Yeah. Oh, make sure to check out Unkind Rewind.
Yeah, check out Unkind Rewind. When does the new season start dropping?
It's been dropping.
It's been dropping. The last episode is about to drop, right? If I remember correctly from what you said.
I think we're probably at this point probably have 2 episodes left after this, maybe 3.
Nice.
But yeah, 3 full seasons basically.
I think it's time, guys, to get out there and munch those Bensons. But just, Remember to have ethics in Benson, Munchy. That's what I want.
Not in gaming journalism. We don't give a shit about that.
No,
Just in
do
Benson
not
Munching.
give a shit. Have never looked at Kotaku. Never will.
I went there the other day just to make sure it was still a site.
Is it?
I did not open an article.
Did you read the review of Civ 5 with the Brave New World expansion?
No.
It's surely in their archives.
Like, it sounds like that was a game to me.
It was.
That's as much as I need to know. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. On that note, guys, it's time to get out there and munch.
Munch everyone's Benson.
Please. Consensually.
Yeah.
And not in a weird plywood bathroom. Do you know what that bathroom reminded me of? Just want to throw this out there. Because Josh knows this place. Crystal Palace Ballroom in Alpine, Texas.
Sure.
Had plywood bathroom stalls with just like a hole to pee in and some hand sanitizer to
I
clean
fucking
up with.
loved that place.
Great bar.
Great bar.
Definitely the kind of bar that you don't want to be like one of the last people leaving. You want to leave before the other patrons get too drunk. It seems like a place where like an old school brawl might break out. You know, like a Stroker Ace style brawl would
or Hooper, at least Hooper.
Yeah.
I have a bar fight in mind right now from Hooper. It's funny that we're reminiscing about a bar that has been closed since, if I were to guess, 2009.
I'm trying to remember the last time I was.
I know that it was closed multiple times.
You've been to Alpine multiple times since it's been closed.
Since Crystal Ballroom closed, yes.
Yeah.
But I do fondly remember that bar.
Yeah. This is a place where, it's a real cowboy bar. Real cowboy bar.
Real shit kickers there.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Yeah. I think we're done, right, Josh? We did this.
We're done. Yeah.
Be slaughtered. Come on, drop the gun or I'll kill him now. Game over. Drop the gun. Come on.
Okay. There's 50 cops around in this building.
All for that skank arena. Isn't it being a whore a crime? Huh? You should arrest her.
Drop the gun.
Shut up, bitch. You're just like Reina. Spitting in our faces. She took away the one thing that we had. Heard what the lady said. Drop the gun. Moving up, blow your head off. Okay. Say it again. Drop that gun. Okay. Got it. Ah!
Come on, get on the ground. Put your hands above your head.
Right? Oh, you camping back there? No. Bad form, but effective.